Hey, what's up, Yoon fam? It is I, Mark Yoon, and today I'm bringing another hopefully exciting video. So sorry about yesterday not having a video. Today I wanted to do an extra deep dive into what was just announced for Ghost of Tsushima. So basically, just a little preface for this. Before we get into the video, I know I haven't really talked about this game much, but it's probably personally my game of the year. Like, I don't think there's a higher rated game for me personally that I've even played in this console generation. So if you're a subscriber of mine and you respect my opinion, definitely with today's news, even more so, I would implore you to go and pick this game up. It's my personal recommendation, especially if you're into like Japanese lore and stuff like that. Not to mention the fact that it is on sale on PlayStation Network. Currently, I believe it is like 30% off, so you can get it for like $20 off the normal price. So that's a perfect excuse to go and pick it up, especially with what today's announcement is. But without that being said, let's just jump right in now. So PlayStation themselves sent out a tweet for Ghost of Tsushima, and it said, "Warriors fight side by side in Ghost of Tsushima Legends. A free co-op mode coming October 16th. Details on classes, missions, and New Game Plus." So there's a lot to this, and I'm going to actually go over the whole thing. There were 2 trailers that were released concurrently as well, so they'll be playing in the background most likely while I'm talking about this, as well as a bunch of screen grabs and stuff like that. For those of you who haven't played Ghost of Tsushima, you pretty much are the son of the clan leader of the clan of Sakai. His name is Jin, and this area of Japan, Tsushima, is invaded by the Mongolian army, led by the grandson of Genghis Khan. And basically, a lot of stuff goes down, and Jin is tasked with, I guess, restoring the land, if you want to say. That's a very basic summary without trying to give you any spoilers. I really recommend playing it. We'll get into the reasons why after I give you this news, but for right now, we have the upcoming version 1.1, and with this version update comes a lot of new features. So, one of them is a co-op multiplayer experience called Legends, so we'll get to that right after we start this. So, I'm reading from this article that starts out from them directly, Sucker Punch, and it says, "Thank you so much for your support of Ghost of Tsushima. We are so appreciative to all of you who have shared your Platinum Trophy screenshots, photo mode captures, fox petting gifts, and beautiful fan art with us, as well as all of your thoughts about the game. We've been listening to your feedback, and we're excited to release a major update for Ghost of Tsushima on October 16th, version 1.1. Version 1.1 is a free update for all Ghost of Tsushima players. This update brings the launch of Ghost of Tsushima Legends and a brand new co-op mode inspired by Japanese mythology, as well as exciting new updates, a new game plus for our single-player campaign, and more." So let's break this down piece by piece. I think for me personally, the most excited thing I am here for, probably similar to other people, is Ghost of Tsushima Legends. I did pay full price for the game, but as I said, it is on sale now, and they announced this back in August. It's like a multiplayer co-op mode. So there's like a 2-player co-op mode where you can do a bunch of missions together that are made for 2 people, and there's also 4-player kind of survival-esque modes, and then there's also raids as well. So there's a bunch coming to this, and we're going to get into a little bit of the details right now. As we announced in August, Ghost of Tsushima Legends is a brand new online cooperative multiplayer experience that will be a free update for all Ghost of Tsushima owners. A classic element of some of our favorite samurai films is warriors standing together, ready to fight as a team. In Ghost of Tsushima Legends, you can fight side by side with your friends, which is an important part of fulfilling that samurai fantasy in a whole new way. We're so excited to hear from everyone who teams up with their friends and jumps in. Ghost of Tsushima Legends features 2-player story missions and 4-player survival missions, as well as raid that will release in the weeks following the launch. After you've downloaded version 1.1 of Ghost of Tsushima, you can visit the PlayStation Store from your PlayStation 4 to download and unlock the free Ghost of Tsushima Legends, which will allow you to play. Keep in mind that internet connection and an active PlayStation Plus subscription will be required to play with other players. That's par for the course at this point. Once you have version 1.1, you'll notice a new character in various towns and locations in Tsushima, Gyozen, the storyteller. He's heard rumors that Ghost of Tsushima, but he has a different perspective on what's actually happening in his homeland. Gyozen is the author and gatekeeper of the stories you'll find in Ghost of Tsushima Legends, and when you talk to him, he'll be happy to share one of his transportive stories about the ghosts. So, I watched a video that Young Ye actually did about this too, but I wanted to touch on this as well. It obviously, the game is grounded in a lot of realism, for those of you who have actually played it, and this one is going to go, the Legends mode is specifically going to go more into the lore, or the fantastical elements, the magical, if you will, of Japanese lore and culture, such as like Oni and yokai and all kinds of stuff like that. There's some stuff teased throughout the main story, but that is what it is. But in here, so the way that they're giving you that is Gyozen is representing your tale from your created character via this these stories that he tells. And these stories are going to be the way that you are, I guess, realizing these fantastical adventures without cutting away from the realism of the main story. But I actually am super excited about it. Speaking with Gyozen will give you access to Ghost of Tsushima Legends lobby, but you can also get there directly from the title menu or the pause menu, or by accepting a PSN invitation from a friend, so you don't have to jump through all those normal hoops. There's going to be classes. So in Ghost of Tsushima Legends, you'll be able to pick between one of 4 classes. Each one has their own unique advantages, and when you start Ghost of Tsushima Legends, after a short tutorial, you'll choose which class you want to unlock first. As you rank up, you'll unlock each of the remaining classes. In addition to each starting with their own unique ability, each class can unlock an alternate ability as you progress, as well as earning class-specific charms and ranged weapons. While playing with friends, you can mix and match classes however you'd like, whether that's a party of 4 all playing the same class, or everybody plays a different class, or a combination of anything in between. The classes include Samurai. Samurai players can run straight towards combat and stay there, sustaining their health while chopping enemies down left and right. When you're overwhelmed, use the Hachiman's Fury ultimate attack to slash through enemies in a flurry of strikes. The Hunter. As a hunter, you can stand on the edge of combat and snipe enemies before they even see you. You can use explosive arrows to slow down groups, and when the combat gets really fierce, the Eye of Uchisune ultimate attack will unleash multiple arrows straight at your enemies' heads. The Ronin. Ronin players can revive their entire team with the Breath of Izanami ultimate ability. You might play Ronin because you want to help your human friends, or you might do it because the Ronin class is also capable of summoning a spirit dog. And yes, you absolutely can pet your spirit dog. The Assassin class. If you prefer doing massive damage with a single attack, you'll love the Assassin. The Shadow Strike ultimate attack will allow you to teleport across the battlefield and directly strike your enemies. If that's not intimidating enough, wait until you see the terrifying masks that the Assassins get to wear. Personally, I think I'm going to start with the Assassin class. Now, one thing that really surprised me about this game was the stealth elements. Now, I am not a stealth-oriented guy. I prefer things like Devil May Cry, where I can just run in and like F shit up like on the fly. I don't like sneaking around. I was never really fond of games like Metal Gear Solid or anything like that. I liked aspects of the gameplay, but the parts where you gotta sneak around or get caught and the mission's over, I hated those missions. And that includes like any game. Sly Cooper, which is funny because they made this game as well. Just any mission where like it requires you to sneak around. The missions where you're in Spider-Man, where you're Mary Jane or Miles in the beginning, like I hate that kind of stuff. But they pulled it off so well in Ghost of Tsushima that I ended up playing more stealthily than I have in any other game, and that's the total thing. It's your option in that game to do so. Like, you're given a huge arsenal of weaponry and techniques that are at your disposal, and it's up to you to run in, and it sounds corny, but people are like, it's up to you to find your way to playing. It really is. Like, I have other friends who have the game as well, and their experience is totally different from mine. It just, whatever works for you is what works for you. I have friends who use the standoff mode every single time, where if you see enemies and they're not alerted to your presence yet, you can press up on the directional pad to go into a standoff mode. When after it's upgraded to 3 enemies, or I think even 5 with a certain armor that you get, I think it's your father's armor, you can literally like do a samurai showdown and stand off against enemies, and if you attack them while they're attacking you, you can go into like this critical hit and one hit finishes. It's amazing. Visually, the game's it's insane. Like, I can't wait to see the PS5 upgraded version of this, but it's beautiful as it is already. I've gotten rid of my custom themes. I mean, the themes I've downloaded from the PlayStation Store, and I've been using just wallpapers from Ghost of Tsushima since I've been playing the game. It's that good, and I haven't done that since themes were a thing. Custom dynamic themes were a thing. We also have the story missions. So, Ghost of Tsushima Legends story missions are designed for 2 players and take you through Gyozen's stories about what is really happening in Tsushima. When you unlock higher difficulties, you'll face new encounters, tougher enemies, bonus objectives, and greater rewards. Survival missions. In survival, you can team up with 3 other players to fight off waves of enemies while defending different locations in Tsushima. You and your team can activate blessings to help yourselves, like ignite enemies or summon a spirit bear. The longer you stay alive and the more objective bonuses that you complete, the more rewards that you'll earn. In raid mode, you'll need all of your skill, top-tier gear, and great 4-player team to be able to survive in Io's realm. The raid is an epic 3-part adventure that will require excellent teamwork and communication to overcome. It will be released in the weeks following the launch of Ghost of Tsushima Legends. Other features featured are Ghost of Tsushima Legends also has a few features you didn't expect from Ghost of Tsushima. Our best photo mode is still present here as long as your teammates opt in, and you'll be able to show off all the new masks, armor, and emotes that you've earned along the way. Legends is packed with new cosmetics, and they're all unlocked through gameplay without any microtransactions. Looking cool is important, but Ghost of Tsushima Legends gameplay progression really centers around the gear you've equipped and the techniques that you've unlocked. You'll be rewarded with increasingly rare and powerful gear as you take on greater challenges, and you'll unlock new techniques as you gain experience with each class. I want to get into this a little bit because that sounds a little Destiny-esque, but the way it's explained here, but that is not actually how it plays out in the game. So, as someone who's beaten the game, every armor comes with, like, I guess a specific play style, I want to say. So let's say that, like, you use arrows all the time, right? Well, each armor usually comes with, like, 3 skills. And you can upgrade all these, and you can level them up when you level up the armor, and you can also add charms to give yourself extra bonuses or boosts that you want. So let's say that you're an archer, and like you mainly snipe people, and like you use fire arrows, explosive arrows, like smoke bombs to distract, stuff like that, like the bells to distract enemies. If you're using all that together, there's a specific armor that increases like bowman skills. Like there's a slowdown mode by pressing R3 when you initiate a bow pull. And this actually works like a Max Payne situation where like you'll slow down time so you can have an easier way of targeting enemies. Now this is controlled by a meter gauge that does need to refill after it's used, but you can usually pick off 2 to 3 enemies before it runs out. So let's say that you're that kind of player, then you would equip that armor because you would definitely get like at least 3 bonus slots. Like let's say that slowdown cooldown time is reduced or it is extended. Accuracy is vastly improved. Reload speed and reload times is drastically altered and changed. Like there's a lot of things that come with these packs, and the thing I like the most about them is you get a whole set of armor, but you don't have to have everything equipped in order to use it. You can just use the main armor piece, and you can still customize whatever headpiece you want or mask or anything else to that effect. We've also added some new trophies for Ghost of Tsushima Legends, which will appear in a separate section of your trophy list and do not count towards Ghost of Tsushima Platinum Trophy. So if you've played any other game that was from another generation, let's say Resident Evil 5, for example, that game came with a bunch of DLC, and there are specific trophies for those DLC. Those all come in separate packs, so you're still unlocking them in-game, and it goes towards their own special, usually a gold trophy or something like that, but the platinum from the main game is not affected, so if you've already platinum a game, it's not going to, like, unprogress your progress. It's not going to like give you a lower percentage. It's a new specific set of trophies. Ghost of Tsushima single player campaign updates. In addition to Ghost of Tsushima Legends, version 1.1 will include updates for Ghost of Tsushima's single player campaign based on your feedback. Now there's a new game plus. If you've already beaten Ghost of Tsushima, you'll find an option to re-embark on Jin's new journey with New Game Plus. You'll start New Game Plus from the release to the open world, shortly after Jin's initial confrontation with the Khan. You'll keep all of your techniques, gear, and vanity items obtained in the previous playthrough, and difficulty will be increased to provide a new challenge, but you can still adjust it down in the menu. You'll also find yourself with a brand new New Game Plus horse, which features a vibrant red mane and a unique saddle. There are also new extremely powerful charms available that can help Jin unleash devastating attacks that may change the way you play. You'll also be able to unlock additional upgrades for your sword, bow, and armor. I have seen some of them, and I'm showing them on screen now. Some of the charms are really cool. Like there's a move called Heavenly Strike. It's basically like that slash where you just like go through an enemy pretty much, and you can dismember them. This charm allows for a chance of a lightning bolt to strike nearby enemies, like doing that attack. It sounds insane. I can't wait to equip some of these new ones, especially because they affect it cosmetically as well as advantagely. That's huge for me. We've also added some trophies for playing Ghost of Tsushima New Game Plus, which will appear in a separate section of your trophy list and do not count towards your Ghost of Tsushima Platinum trophy. So similar with Legends, you're going to have another tier for New Game Plus. Ghost Flower Merchant. Exclusively in New Game Plus, you'll be able to find and earn a new type of flower, the Ghost Flower. This new type of flower can only be earned in New Game Plus and is accepted by a mysterious new merchant that you'll find in Ariake. If you complete the Tale of Activity, already have the reward, you'll earn Ghost Flowers in its place. So even if you completed Jin's journey before, it's still exciting to explore Tsushima once again and collect as many Ghost Flowers as you can. You can exchange these flowers for new armor dyes and other vanity gear only found in New Game Plus, featuring much more elaborate designs than those found in your first playthrough. The merchant will also offer an array of powerful new charms intended to create combat experiences, empower existing playstyles, and allow you to customize your experience even greater challenges. Other features. Once you've installed version 1.1, you'll now find the option to enable armor loadouts, which will allow you to assign all charms and vanity items to each armor set to quickly swap loadouts to match your playstyle and role-playing preferences. So basically you can customize your armor with like the same charm setup, which is what I do, but every time you change your armor, you kind of have to like add the charms back to that armor, but now with these custom preloaded loadouts, it just automatically does that, which is great. You'll find that your total playtime is now displayed when you select a save game file to load, and new options have been added to photo mode. This is huge also, because I've been wanting to know how many hours I've poured into this game, and there's no way of finding anything out except for like recording it on your own time. But now that they're adding this feature, I can finally find out how much of my life I've sunk into this town. These features will also allow your existing game or New Game Plus playthrough. Version 1.1 is absolutely packed with new content. We hope everyone enjoys this new update. Thank you once again for all of your support since launch. Version 1.1 will be released on October 16th, so whether you revisit Jin's journey or grab some friends and try out Ghost of Tsushima Legends, we can't wait for you to play. So that's the entire article, and there's a lot to go over, but I feel like that would be a video in and of itself. I might do a video on that tomorrow, actually, about my expectations of what this mode can do and bring, what kind of things that this changes, and similar things like that. I think I'm going to do that in a separate video, so those of you who just want the information and don't want my opinions attached to them, we can have that in two separate accounts. I think this video is going to run pretty long, as it is anyway, so I don't want to take up more of your time with that. But there's a lot to go over here, and Sucker Punch is really knocking it out of the park and showing crappy companies like EA like how it's done. Like I'm not usually a big complainer when it comes to like DLC, because it's optional, and like if it adds to the experience and extends your game, then like more power to you. If you want to buy it, you want to buy it. There's other arguments that are entangled in that, but that's the basis of it. But when it comes to microtransactions, like, they're usually pretty dirty, especially when you're dealing with currencies in the game and multiple currencies. And this game, everything that is available in the game is available out of the box. Like, you don't have to purchase any microtransactions. Everything is just there, and it's already available to every person who plays the game. And that's something I haven't seen in a while, something since like the PS2 era. So the fact that they're doing this goodwill and good faith and adding a huge, because to be honest, like, they could have released this DLC stuff with like a $40 price tag, and I don't think people would have complained. You're getting an entire multiplayer mode that's going to live on for years, especially on next-gen consoles, because save data is going to transfer over. We get a whole new story mode, New Game Plus. We get new rewards, new trophies, new cosmetics. Like, there's a ton of stuff in here that other companies like will charge a lot of money for. Like, I know Mortal Kombat 11 charged like $40 for their like story add-on, and some cosmetics and characters and stuff. It's just like, that's, see, it's understandable to me because I understand the games industry as a whole. But I don't know, this is great that they're offering this for free, and it shows that there's a really positive consumer-friendly attitude over at Sucker Punch, and they really are grateful for the business and being like in the positions that they're in. Of course, they've made other games in the past, such as Infamous and Sly Cooper, Thievius Raccoonus, and stuff like that. But I mean, they really outdid themselves with this game. Like I said, to me, this game is top tier. 9 out of 10 for me. Like, I don't really go higher than 9 because everything has flaws, but if I was going to give a 10 out of 10, it would probably be towards this game, and especially with like all these new additions. Like I said, it's on sale right now for like 30% off in the PlayStation Store. So if I were you and you want to get ready for this update to get you familiarized with the combat and the gameplay and stuff like that, I would head over to the PlayStation Store and pick the game up today so that you're ready for that multiplayer experience on the 16th. And I believe it's going to be cross-play between the different consoles. Not all the, I don't think all the consoles, but I mean the generations of the consoles, so PS4 to PS5, stuff like that. So build your character, get in there early, and get ready to unlock all these mythologies, and maybe we'll do some playthroughs together and stuff like that. I do have thoughts in mind for upcoming stuff like that. But with that being said, guys, this video has run on long enough. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this. I know this isn't like my normal content when it comes to, I usually cover like the big fighting games, but this is just a really outstanding game and a really good reason to show other people in the gaming industry how to get things done. So as always, guys, thank you.
And thank you.
Hey, what's up, guys? Have you always wanted some sweet Mark Yoon merch? Maybe a Thick U shirt, maybe a shirt from Squirt, maybe my pretty face with my logo all over your body, or a throw pillow, or blanket, or anything? Well, you're in luck, because I just launched my merch store, and it is going to be available on Redbubble, and you will find a link to it in my description box down below. It's got a lot of quality content, and a lot of good stuff for you to pick up, so you can show your support for the channel, and just rep Mark Yoon.